Yo, what is up guys? Cross Bomb Vapes here. Hope you're all doing fantastic. So today I'm going to be doing a little review on the YFTK Citadel Clone, original by Cyclone Mods. Now I picked this up from a little shop called Cool Vape on AliExpress. I also picked up before a nice Citadel clone off these guys. Let me just quickly show you now actually. See, now I've got this one for £4.70, and as far as I can see it's a pretty much smack on one-to-one clone of the Citadel. Everything on this was absolutely immaculate when it came. Absolutely immaculate. Super clean. All of the inside is clean. Not a single scratch was on it, not a single bit of machine oil, grease, nothing. Super clean. £4.70, free delivery to the door, and it came within 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and we've been having real trouble with our postal service recently. They've been doing a lot of strikes throughout November and December. So that's why I was really impressed when this little beauty turned up through the door. Now this, like I say, is the YFTK clone. Let's see if we can get a better look at this deck now. And just have a quick look and see how clean this is. Super duper clean. Now I have had a little bit of a play around with this. The grub nuts, absolutely fine. They seem like good quality grub nuts. The tolerances are absolutely fantastic. Got a nice little Cyclone Mods rip-off picture on the bottom there, really nice. One thing with this though, it comes pre-installed with a squonk pin. It does not come with a solid 510 connection pin. But I've had a look online and you can pick them up. So that's pretty cool. But there's not going to be any worries for me at the moment because this will be going on top of the Vandy Vape Pulse Squonk mod. Have a look at these airflow slots here quickly. As you can see, they're quite wide and they're a little bit further up than the Citadel. And then they sort of, if you can see if I can get a better angle of this. So they go sort of wide there, and then on the inside they sort of like close in together and smack right onto the side of your coils or your coil. Really impressed with this so far. Came perfectly assembled, unlike the Entheon clone I had, which was not too great, to be honest. Now I thought these two bits on the top here were going to be like clamps that clamp down, but they're not. They are solid posts, as you can see, and it's the grub nuts that go down and hold your coil in place. Beautifully machined. Everything is absolutely bang on. Super clean, super clean. Now with my Entheon clone from SXK, which is here, beautiful on the outside, and even on the inside, pretty damn good, to be honest. The only thing was I don't know if you'll be able to see it here, but the peak insulator there has got two like chips taken out of it, which I wasn't too happy about, and plus the 510 connector was bent as well. Also the screws on the top, all of them stripped, even the spare screws. So I've had to try and find some replacement screws. They are on the way. They should have been here by now, but due to the delays in the postal services, they haven't arrived yet. Yeah, I was going to be doing a live mixing stream today, e-liquid mixing, but due to the post strikes, my new flavourings did not turn up. So I've got the Citadel anyway, so I'm going to be doing a review on that. Let's have a look at the top cap. Now you can see just how dinky this thing is. Once again, beautifully machined. Beautifully machined. Super clean. And as you can see, it's got a sort of cone in the middle that protrudes downwards, like inside. It doesn't go up and out. So it's a sort of weird little cone shape. I've never seen that before. Usually they're like a conical shape, but I've never really had that before. So interesting stuff. So maybe it like gathers, you know, vapor around the edge there, I'm not quite sure, and like condenses it a little bit more. Interesting. I wonder why that is there. Like I say, I've never seen that before. Also, it comes with this little Delrim chamber reducer, which I was a little bit worried about. You know, being a clone, you'd think they wouldn't get this quite right. Maybe it might be a bit loose or whatever, but this just pops on beautifully. So you can get a really good angle of this one, and they can see just how perfect that sits in there. Now I'm sure this is going to make a big difference in the flavour. Absolutely beautifully made up. I'm super chuffed about this. This was £18 from Cool Vape Store on AliExpress. I will put a link in the description down below for this. I know YouTube doesn't really like it, but they can go suck a nut. I'm going to put the link down there for you guys, because they don't sell any nicotine products, they don't sell any tobacco products, they just sell pieces of metal there. Really cheap and really nicely made pieces of metal. So yeah, I would definitely go and pick one of these up if you want to try out the Citadel. This is an absolutely amazing quality clone. I can't say much more about that, to be honest. Let's just put it up against the Hadley clone. Let's put the top cap back on. Then you can sort of see the size comparison. See, the Hadley I thought was really small anyway. When you line these up together, you can see that the Citadel is quite a bit shorter, and the air holes have been raised up. Obviously that will help stop any leakage when you're doing your squonking or your dripping, because even like this one here, the Hadley, it does leak if you go a little bit over the top with your dripping. But I find with this 5 or 6 drops, and it doesn't leak at all. It's fine. Once you get used to it, it's absolutely fine. So I'm sure it's going to be even better with this, and I'm really intrigued to see how much better the flavour is going to be on the Citadel with that reduced chamber and reduced again chamber compared to the others. Now I found the flavour from the Hadley, the flavour is basically the same as the Entheon. I find this one slightly brighter. I find the Hadley slightly brighter. This Entheon has a bit more grunt to it, but it's still a very, very, very good reference flavour. I mean, you can just, they're the same really. It's just that you can pick up slightly more creams and custards and that with the Entheon, as the Hadley, brings out a bit more of those brighter notes. But it's still the same flavour. It doesn't change the flavour whatsoever. So if you want a real cheap reference RDA to test your e-liquids out on, I'd pop over to Cool Vape Store on AliExpress and pick up one of these. I think they're about £7 at the moment. I don't know what that is in dollars, probably even cheaper again. So it's ridiculously cheap and high quality. High quality indeed. So yeah, what we should do then, I reckon, is put a build in this. I wasn't sure about what to put in. I've got some nice 3mm aliens here. Let's see if we can get a half decent shot. Which I've had sitting around for a couple of years. Which I bought off a store off of eBay a couple of years ago. One seems to be slightly different. One seems to be slightly thicker than the other. So let's probably get a proper shot that one, see if we can. Not having it. Oh, there we are. Yeah, so this one seems to be a little bit thicker. Or I've got some rather special aliens here that I got from another dude on eBay. These ones cost me a bit more, but you can tell that the quality of these is far superior to the other ones. This guy knows what he's doing. I've totally forgotten the name of him. Such a shame, because I'd shout him out, because he chucked in a couple of extra coils for me for free, just for being a nice guy, I suppose. So it's either that, or if I can just pull out this, or this 2.5mm fused Clapton. As you can see, look how smooth and nice these ones are compared to the other aliens, the 3mm ones. Like I say, this guy does some quality work. So I'm thinking maybe we should go for the 2.5mm alien. I think that will sit nicely in there. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. So yeah, without further ado, let's put a build in this beast, and this little mini beast right here, and we shall see how she vapes. Like I said before, it doesn't come with a standard 510 pin, which is pretty odd, but that is the way it is, I suppose. I'm not sure whether the original from Cyclone Mods comes with a 510 pin. So let's remove this cap here and pop that to the side. Okay, and the great thing about this as well, it just doesn't matter which way your coils are wrapped, you can put them in either way. And you've got plenty of space to put some rather fat coils in there, I could imagine. This has really been well thought out, this. So yeah, let's I'll have to unwind a little bit of this one so it fits in. Should be fine. Thinking that these will come out to about 0.2 ohms on a single coil. Now you want to be facing the coil downwards, so it's right by those air holes. Okay. Oh yes, that's another thing I've got to point out as well. The thing with the grub nuts, they've got these little bits where they sit inside. So if you haven't got a screwdriver this small, you're bang out of luck. I mean, my smallest screwdriver wouldn't fit. It just like sat on the top of it. So yeah, you will need to get yourself a tiny little screwdriver for this thing. Which, you know, I've got loads of, having loads of RDAs, but if this is going to be your first RDA, you're probably not going to have one of those little screwdrivers, which would be a bit of a bummer. Seems though it does come with a Allen key to take out that other piece, the positive connection. So let's see how easy this is to build on. Should we just pop one lead in there? Boom and boom. Well, that was nice and easy. So guys, I'm hitting my hat on the camera there. Alright, so we just centralize this. Okay, so far so good and so easy. Hold that in place, yeah, because these little grub nuts then are gonna be what hold your coil in place. And the grub nuts seem pretty good actually so far, whereas the Entheon grub nuts, or the screws that are in there, they just stripped on me straight away. As soon as I put on a tiny bit of pressure, just a tiny bit of pressure, they couldn't handle it. Boom. Well, that was well nice and easy. Let's see, get a bit better shot there. Look at that, nice and simple. That just slid in there, nice and easy, and those grub nuts are holding it down proper. Does look like I'd like to maybe pull the coil down slightly. It's just above the air holes. I'm sure it's going to be fine. It's designed that way. All right, beautiful. All right, well, let's snip these leads. Let's tighten it down a bit more first. Yeah, like I said, I'll put links for these in the description below. And I'll put a link for the little Hadley as well, because for £4.70 or £7, whatever it's going to be for you guys, it's super worth it. It's super worth it. It's ridiculously good, and the flavour is absolutely amazing. And their clone of the Hadley, the flavour is on par with the Entheon clone, so which is SXK. So they've obviously got all the dimensions right to get that flavour, which is all that matters really. Build quality matters too, but when you're paying a few quid for something, this cost me £18. This cost me £17 or £18 again, the Citadel. And this cost me £4.70, free delivery. Oh yeah, free delivery as well with the Citadel. Alright, let's snip these off. Oh, there she flies. I'm gonna have to find that one in a minute. Oh, and that one. You can get pretty close for a minute. Let's have a look. Looking pretty, looking pretty. And I've got to admit, I like this clamping system, not clamping system, well, yeah, the system to hold your coil in better than the Entheon, which does have a clamp system. Very nice, really easy to build on. That was super quick. Alright, so better wick her up, I suppose. Now I'm using some Muji cotton pads here. What I like to do with these, just take the size of your coils in a diameter, and then add a bit on. This is going to be quite small. And then what I do with this, I'll take off the outer layers. Because the outer layers seem to have like a tough top bit and a tough bottom, but what you really want is that fluffy goodness inside. Might be able to take a little bit off this. See, now what I've heard as well is putting a little bit more cotton in than you expected or than you'd think will actually help it wick a lot more efficiently. Whereas I used to believe that having a bit of looser cotton would allow more juice flow, but apparently having it a bit tighter will help out a lot. Aha, but before I do that, what did I not do? Didn't get out any hot spots, so let's just go through that first. Let's have a look. Do some gentle pulsing, because this is an alien Clapton. There's probably going to be some hot spots in that. Turn this down a bit. Ooh, there we go, there we go. She's starting. You know what? Ah, one hot spot. These coils are lovely. Look how well made they are. There's one tiny little hot spot in there. And then boom, glowing from the inside out. Beautiful, beautiful. Really impressed with that dude's coils. Like I say, I'm really gutted I can't remember who it was, well, what his name was on eBay. Because I'd definitely buy more of these off him. Yeah, so I reckon this will be... It seems like it'd be too much cotton, but trust me, it's not. Get hold of it. See, yeah, now it's got a nice bit of tightness there. Not too loose at all. You don't want to pack it. If it's too tight, it's not going to wick at all. But it needs to be just a bit tighter than you'd think. Alright. Not mega juice wells in here, but a lot deeper than the Hadley. The Hadley is not a massively deep juice well, so it does have a couple of like sort of leaking issues. Only if you over drip and go crazy with your squonking. Like I said earlier, I think that once you learn it, it's fine. I don't get any drippage from this anymore, but I did when I first had it. It took a little bit of learning. Whereas this has got a bit of a deeper juice wells, nothing crazy, but you can tell it's going to hold quite a bit more juice than the Hadley. I always just get my scissors, push down to the base, get a little mark. You can see how much cotton you're gonna need. Yeah, as you can see, it's like it's a fair amount. It's a fair amount. I don't thin out my cotton either. Just give it a wee little tickle just to help break apart the ends there where I snipped it. And whoop. Done. Just want those wicks touching the base of your deck. I'm sure you've heard that a million times, but I thought I'd say it anyway because it is rather important. You don't want tons of cotton shoved in there at all. Just gently laid into the bottom of the deck. Then you might want to move it away a little bit. Once you've juiced her up, you want to push your cotton back just a little bit for when you put that Ultim chamber reducer on. Alright, let's juice her up. What do I use? What do I use? I'll tell you what, I use some of my lemon heads lemon cheesecake. It's a really nice flavour. I've had this steeping now for a good few weeks. I'll put the recipe up or down below in the description actually, on eLiquid recipes, and it's on alltheflavors.com as well. So I'll put it up for both actually, because I'm ex-bomb vapes on all the flavors and I'm crossed bomb vapes on eliquidrecipes.com. Alright, Citadel. Really looking forward to trying this out. Juice action. This is only at 18 watts, just bump it up a little bit. And I've tried one of these alien Claptons before, or alien wires, or whatever they're called, and super tasty. Dribbled on the top cap there. So yeah, now I've juiced it up a bit, I'm just going to pull this little bit of cotton in here. Otherwise the Ultim top cap, or chamber reducer should I say, catches on your cotton. Only a little bit, but yeah, just make sure you push it back a little bit. Ultim reducer to just slide right in. Nice. Okay, let's hope that it doesn't catch on any wires and shorting out. I don't want that. It's another thing, it would be nice if there was like a little catch or something, because you do have to line up these airflow holes quite perfectly. There she is, all ready to rock. Alright, so let's try her out at we'll try her out at 30 watts first. The Citadel YFTK Clone with some lemon head lemon cheesecake. And my battery's dead. 1 second, I should just go and get a fresh battery. Typical. Making me wait. There we go, nice full battery here. Okay. YFTK Citadel. Let's try again. Alright, 30 watts. Okay, let's pump it up. It definitely needs some more wattage there. Let's try 40 watts. The flavour is very, very, very nice. Those high notes really sparkle with the Citadel. It does with the Hadley, and it does with the Enfion, but it's sort of like, this is a bit more grunty, this one a little bit less so grunty, and this one again less so grunty. So it's like, as you step up, just like the more sparkle you get. That's how I'm getting it. That's how I'm tasting it. Beautiful. I wonder what it tastes like without the reducer in there. So I'm gonna just pop the reducer out for a second and just have a quick go. Just to see, I'm intrigued. I think it does make a bit of a difference, you know, it really does. Without the reducer in there, it tastes a bit more like the Hadley, to be honest. But still, it's still a bit brighter because it's quite a bit more reduced, and that makes all of the difference. Out of all three so far, I'm enjoying the Citadel, I think, the most. And that Ultim chamber reducer is also restricting the airflow slightly. Yeah, it definitely makes those high-end notes pop. Blimey, rip after rip after rip after rip. And man, she's clicking out some clouds. Yeah, she's kicking the clouds, man. With those two airflows, direct to your coil. Well, the four airflows, should I say. I know you got it in the Hadley, but I don't know what it is. There's something about this one that's kicking out. Punching out the flavour, punching out the vapour. Yeah, this kicks ass. Let's keep vaping until I get a sort of dry here. Alright, now the flavour's just starting to dip. Wow, really, really impressed. One thing, I'm not megally keen on the tiny drip tip. I get why they've done that, is to like reduce everything as much as possible, right? But I do get me big wet slobbery lips all over the metal here, so if that starts to get hot you might start to feel that around your old lips. So what I might do is swap this out for just a bit of a bigger 510. Yeah, that seems a bit better. Still looks the tits, still looks the tits. Okay. Let's try a bit more of this lemon heads. Let's see how much I can drip in there. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 drops. I can usually only get about 6 drops in the Citadel clone. I just pump 12 drops in, so that's twice the amount. Any drippage? Any drippage? Nope, no drippage. Wow, I just can't get over the flavour on this. Okay, bump it up a bit more. Ooh, 45 watts. That's a lot of vapor for 45 watts. I did get a slight bit of spit back then, but that is like super close to your mouth, and I dripped 12 drops of big drops as well, not tiny drops. Now that spit back's gone. Took like two drags and it's gone. All right, well, whew, blimey. If you watched this long, thank you very much for sticking with me. I shall be back soon with some DIY e-liquid recipe making, mixing, live streams, more bits and bobs coming your way. I've got some NET liquid coming, some cigar based NET, so I'm looking forward to reviewing that. Got some more recipes coming, I've got some more flavour concentrates coming, so I'm going to be whipping up some more stuff. So yeah, quite a bit of stuff in the bag. That will be all from me. Take care of yourselves. Crossbomb out.